This is FCTV, fan-controlled television. Programs created and produced for the fans, by the fans of fan-controlled sports and entertainment. As always, power to the fans. And now, it's time for the show.
Yeah! Welcome to the Victory Lap. I mean, Hitmen for Hire, the show formerly known as the Fan-Controlled Show, the official companion show to fan-controlled sports and entertainment. I am Jeff, 2 N's, 1 T Cannata, and I am joined by some of my favorite people. Well, one fewer now. It's Leighton Batiste, and only Leighton Batiste. Oh, there he is. Josh Macuga's here. Eating so much crow right now.
I mean, the amount of crow currently, you two dickheads, you know.
Flex if your team won.
Yeah, baby.
Do you guys have like? Do you guys have a song, Jeff? Do the Niners have a song like N-I-N-E-R-S, Niners, let's go. N-I-N-E-R-S, Niners.
I've never known of one. I've never known of one, but maybe we had. You know what we had? We had Huey Lewis.
Oh, you did. You're right. Okay,
wait, Huey Lewis.
There's a place called, I think it's called like Slim's or something in San Francisco. I don't know, but there's a YouTube video and it's Huey Lewis in the News live at Slim's, and it's like, it looks like just a down home bar, but they were huge at the time. They playing all the hits, dude. I've watched that concert through and had it on in the background easily 15 times. It's incredible. It's so
those guys are underrated. I think
they are.
You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, we don't have anything cool like San Diego Supercharger, any of that fun stuff like that. Yeah, no, I don't know.
That's why they'll always be the San Diego Chargers to me. The Falcons had the Dirty Bird for a minute. You guys have every rap song ever that you want. You can take them all.
Quit, baby.
There it is.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Too legit to quit. But yeah,
too
legit to quit. Yeah.
Hey. The Steelers have a polka. We've got a rap. We've got a few songs. I mean, we've got a lot of songs, Jeff. Not a lot of wins.
Also, you also got an 0-1 record so far, thanks to what many might be considering the best team overall in the league right now.
The San Francisco 49ers. Yes. Yeah. Well, Jeff, when your offensive coordinator is basically running a backyard offense set for like 4 7-year-olds that are just like, hey, run out there and like try and get open. And like, yeah. That's what it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then for 4 straight quarters, we did that. The best was when we scored the touchdown at the end of the first half, and everybody's like, all right, we're back, baby.
We're back.
We're going to do it this time. And then the second play from scrimmage in the second half, Christian McCaffrey runs for 70 yards at the end zone. Like, all right, back to
work.
Yeah, that I was a little disappointed by that by the end of the first half, but I'll take the easy W. We were texting just to let the listeners know. I was texting you like the first couple of things. The first pick, it was like happening. The first goal, we go march down the field, opening our not opening drive, but our first touch of the ball, touchdown, no problem. Brendan Ayuk. I sent you a picture of a video of me and my son saying Ayuk. And then we pick off Pickett, sending you text, and then I realized, I gotta lay off. This is getting dark.
I had in like the little dots. You must have seen the group thread. You don't see it, but like the little dots that go. The little dots were just saying, "Hey, shut the up, Jeff." Hey, Jeff, how about you shut the all right? And Amanda was out in the morning with Rosie, right? Like I was sitting by myself, just in the house, enjoying like some quiet time, getting ready. I'm all psyched after the preseason. Kenny Pickett was a perfect QBR in the preseason. That's why never take anything in the preseason seriously. It is useless football. Useless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like eating tofu at Chipotle. It is useless. Okay. It's useless. And then we get in there and I mean, guys get hurt. Nobody's playing anything. The Niners look like the greatest team ever assembled. It was a horrifying day, terrifying, life-changingly bad. I mean, all of my Steelers friends were like, "Are you doing okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm in a dark place." Like, me too. A real dark place, really dark place. I mean, the entire city of Pittsburgh walked out of that stadium like a funeral. It was empty by the beginning of the fourth quarter. I mean,
I believe it. Yeah. You can't put too much stock in week one, though. It's a long season. I'm worried about my team peaking too early. Last season we had a slow start. I was scared about that, but we got things going for the playoffs, and then one elbow injury away from the Super Bowl.
The promised land.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping that we're not peaking too early. Slow and steady wins the race, and I think the Steelers are going to rally. I don't think this is going to be a disaster season. I don't know.
I mean, listen. I saw something today that said, just because I've lost hope doesn't mean I don't care. And it was a guy holding a Steelers flag, right? It was like one of the Steelers memes, right? Just because I've lost hope doesn't mean I don't care. Okay?
That's so beautiful.
And it really is the truth, right?
But the AFC's weird, man. Mahomes loses, Burrows loses, Allen loses, and Baker Mayfield wins. Like I don't know. I don't understand it.
The Buccaneers, all of a sudden, they're like, "Hey, were you guys ready for the awesomeness that is Baker Mayfield? Just get ready for the one game when he performs, and then 16 of just, I don't know."
Yeah.
Because guess what? the fact that Aaron Rodgers comes, at some point you have to stop laughing at Jets fans because it is.
I never laughed. There's a part of me that goes, "You're cursed, man." I don't believe in curses in sports, but maybe, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, you're just like, fifth snap, really?
Yeah,
really.
I mean, here's the thing: is even though they win on that crazy punt return, you're like, the whole Jets fandom, they're all excited. It's like, hey, the Terminator stopped coming tonight, right? That's
right.
They're, but guess what? There's a billion more Terminators out there, and they're going to come tomorrow. So let's just hey, we only got like 7 humans left. Let's just,
John Connor just blew out his Achilles. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Jeff, have you decided on what you would like my punishment to be?
I thought it was a fan vote. I thought we were putting up to fan vote. I feel
we didn't get a poll out. So,
well, maybe we should do that because I feel like at this point I'm drunk with power, so I should not be trusted to determine what your punishment should be.
I thought we had some pretty good ideas last week.
Oh yeah,
right?
Great ideas. Yeah.
Maybe we should wait for Patrick and on the next show. You know what I'm doing is I'm just going to keep pushing this until people forget. That's a show named Drunk with Power. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Drunk with Purdy.
Drunk with Purdy. How about, man, I don't know.
But you can't choose your punishment.
I know. I'm not saying. I'm going to calm down there, Captain Falcon.
We needed to determine it before the outcome was revealed. You know what I'm saying? We should have.
Well, you have the power, Jeff. You are He-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm about to tear my shirt right off. I don't know. I like you having to do something on the show, when Patrick's here, groveling perhaps, or, debasing yourself in some way. I don't know.
How about what wasn't there something about the one that I came up with is like me writing a poem about how much I love the 49ers. All right, next week I'll come in with like, Dear Jeff.
What rhymes with Debo?
There's a lot of things that rhyme with Bo.
What rhymes with McCaffrey? Oh, I love you, Jaffrey. Almost as much as Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay, that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Jaffrey, you've got Jaffrey. Yeah. What's what was the name of the guy in Aladdin? Wasn't he Jaffrey? Wasn't that the evil king guy's name?
Joffrey, yeah, Joffrey. No, that's Game of Thrones, right?
That's
Joffrey?
Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
Or is Joffrey Aladdin too?
Freddie O'Neal says a 49-line love poem.
Wow. Jafar.
Jafar. Oh, yeah.
All right, 49 love. I was going to say a 30-line poem because you beat me 30-7, but
well, that's good.
All right, 49 love poem it is. Next week, I will have this written out just for you, Jeff. Just
I
for
love
you.
it. I cannot wait. Wait.
I like this one.
Shave his beard, eyebrows,
and hair.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. It would look better than the Steelers offense if I did. So you guys know that in the state of Pennsylvania, Jeff, you probably know this. Maybe Leighton, you know, Jeff is a big news guy, but they've had this fugitive on the run in Eastern Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
And he was like in the Jersey Shore. Yeah. Apparently he got, Rufus Cutie told me that when he got caught, he had an Eagles shirt on that he stole out of somebody's house, which is hysterical, right? And so the news and all the radio places in Pittsburgh were like, you know, if he was in Western PA, our defense wouldn't have caught him either. Like they would just, it kept going back to Steelers jokes like over and over and over again. Like you should get Matt Cannata to call his offense. We'll get him no problem. The cops will catch him.
He wouldn't have killed anybody.
Yeah, in a way. They had caught him 15 minutes ago. So, yeah, well, it's been dark. It's been dark. I talked to my dad today, and he just kind of was. He's still like super pumped about it. He's like, I got to sit through 16 more weeks of this shit. Like, yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, Dad.
Yeah.
You could not. No, I do. I do have to.
No, I'm going to sit through it because that there is no choice in fandom, Jeff. There is no choice.
That's the rub. That's the rub.
You could not watch. You could.
Right.
But you're going to check your phone.
Right.
Oh, of course.
It's still gonna hurt if you're not. Even
still gonna hurt.
Watching. Yeah.
I mean, I canceled a tea time. Here's what happened on my Sunday. Originally, I was supposed to play in the morning. I was gonna go to my brother's place. Didn't feel like making the drive, so I just stayed here. I'm glad I didn't make the drive because my poor little nephew cried like 6 times during the game. He's 11. He's just starting to learn of like the constant abuse that is Fandom. Like he's getting thicker and thicker skin. Like by the time he's 16, he's gonna be smoking cigarettes outside, you know, looking at the TV, like you believe these guys, right? So watching the game, obviously it's getting worse and worse. Amanda comes home. She's like, I told you they were gonna stink. They always stink. You get so excited, and I was about to be like, hey, why don't you it was gonna, yeah. So I have a Steelers head cover on my driver. I live in Northern California. There was no way I was going to the golf course with that Steelers head cover on because some Niners jagoff would have been like, oh, what happened to your Steelers today? And that's when I would have broken the driver over his neck and we would have had like assault charges pressed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I ripped the Steelers head cover off, throw it in my, you know, I put another head cover on there. I go golfing. I play horrible. My wife, I come home, she's like, how'd you play? I was like, oh, horrendous. She's like, are you still real pissed about the Steelers loss? I was like, that's all I could think about the whole damn round. All 18 holes was that we have no offense. We have no defense. We have nobody to help. We have no coaching staff. All we have is Mike Tomlin and sunglasses. That's all we've got. And French fries and our sandwiches. That's all we have. And meanwhile, you two guys are like making love to your wives and girlfriends. You're like talking to people. Let's go out. Let's have Buffalo. It was Leighton's fucking birthday, for Christ's sake. Great. His Falcons win.
Thank you.
Jeff and his wife are like, let's have a third baby. Everything feels amazing right now. Life is perfect. Oh my God, everything's amazing. Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm gonna light the car on fire. Let's just see what happens. You ever guys wanted to see everything in your life burn down? That's where I was. So yeah.
Well,
that
kind of takes the fun out of me winning the old wager. And I guess I can take my hat off now.
guess I
Leighton, how did you feel about beating the Panthers?
Felt great because it was my birthday. And it was our first week 1 win since 2017.
Really? Wow.
And it was pretty bad. And I lost my voice. So yeah, it's all good, guys. Yeah. We're feeling good in Atlanta right now. So.
Listen to Jeff and I, people that have been yelling for our lives for a long time, speaking into microphones, being passionate. You gotta learn to yell, project from your diaphragm, from your belly area.
Yeah.
It's a speaking of it, right? It's like an opera singer.
Yeah.
You know? I took an acting class with an opera singer, and she's like, you know, all your entire body is controlled by your breathing, and when you yell, it's through here. And she was like teaching me how to sing, and then we made out, and then she never talked to me again. But
I also dated an opera singer for many years.
Did you now?
I did 5 years,
Jeff.
Yeah,
you dated her for 5 years.
5 years. She was a mezzo soprano. Yeah. Yeah. No, I went to a lot of operas, man. I went to a lot of operas. I'll tell you that.
Nothing like those mezzo sopranos. No,
hey, we can all agree that it's good. None of us are Giants fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
My friend is.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know what's worse this week, being a Jets fan or being a Giants fan. But either way, you don't want to be in New York. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
I know, and I texted Celso Porto, our buddy JMP, he's got a Jets tattoo, which is real.
That's commitment. Yeah,
that's commitment.
That's
right. Would you get a Niners tattoo, Jeff? Would you get a Niners?
I have often thought about it. Really? I have often thought about it, but I'm just sort of like not into tattoos in general.
Yeah.
But if I did get a tattoo, I would consider getting a Niners tattoo, just like an SF logo.
Just the logo, like the one that's on your hat?
Probably, yeah.
You wouldn't get like the little cute little Niners guy with the little thingy majiggy?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Leighton, what would you get? Would you get the old school red helmet Falcons?
I'd probably go like full Michael Vick on my thigh, like
an entire Michael Vick.
You might as well, or like a leg tat, right? Like I do just Michael Vick on my leg.
Just a giant Michael Vick.
Leighton just goes straight to an Atlanta-based PETA meeting, and he's like,
"Take a dog."
Like, I don't care. It's Mike Vick did more for this city than anybody's ever done. So you know, the Pittsburgh people obviously well known for incredibly terrible decisions, mostly in the tattoo world. And there were some people. They had a guy that they featured on Barstool this week that's huge, and he's got like all 6 Lombardi trophies tattooed on his stomach with like all the retired numbers coming out of the stadium, like his whole body. If I'm to do something, like I might as well just go balls to the wall, like sleeve myself up with all the Hall of Famers in the history of Pittsburgh, right?
Just go the full Bradshaw on your back, just like now, like Bradshaw now, like fat, bald, 80-year-old Bradshaw.
Bradshaw was bald when he was like 13. He was like sort of like he was getting bald when by the time he got to the Steelers, he was like 30 when he was 19, right? He was always he kind of always just looked like Hulk Hogan's younger brother, like Hulk Hogan.
You got to do, you tell the guy, you know, put Bradshaw on my back, and he like looks at the Win Bradshaw's Money promotional photos and just does that.
He's watching like the Bradshaw reality show with his wife and his like 9 daughters. And, you like this, Bradshaw? I'm like, sure. You would be a baller, stupid tattoo, but amazing is like the Fox NFL Sunday like dais of people just like on your back. It's just Howie, Terry,
Jimmy.
They have to be like the Last Supper though. Like,
amazing.
Dude, a Last Supper of NFL on Fox is hilarious. That is good.
So funny. He's just a real huge fan of commentary, you know?
Oh my God.
And then like you have that in your chest, and then like down in the lower corner in your belly, you got the robot, you know, the football robot.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh man, I love the idea of a Last Supper NFL on Fox. A smiley face tat with Michael Strahan's smile. It's Jay Spacely.
That's actually kind of clever.
That's pretty good.
That. Yeah.
And what you could do is you could put Michael Strahan's face. Nah, I'm not going to say it. Like,
well, if the teeth align
the
perfectly,
teeth.
Like,
yes, you get it.
That's what I thought Jeff was going to say for his tattoo, like Jerry Rice.
I mean,
but they Hands are
but
right
they're his
at
balls.
Little
That is
flash
Yeah,
lady.
yeah. You see,
Here's my balls. He's receiving my balls.
He's receiving your balls. Yeah. He catches
Oh,
everything,
man.
Jeff. He never lets you down. He's got the hand God.
You know what? Certain times it's a short pass. Other times he's going long. You know.
Oh!
Oh. He dropped into soft coverage, or he was in a hard 5-2. You know, 2-5.
A hard slant.
It was a hard slant
over the middle. He's going to take some contact. He's going to take some contact. When it's a hard slant over the middle, he's definitely going to take some contact.
Illegal motion there by Jerry.
Oh, man. It was a false start, unfortunately.
Oh, man. That is really good. Rice lines up, trips right. Oh, Jeff, let's third testicle in there. Oh, yeah. There we go. Quick heads up, the beta is still ongoing. So if you have the beta and you're finding anything that you like, anything you don't like, and you want to get in there, please do.
Epic.
Leighton, we've had a bug the last like 12 hours, but we're figuring it out. There are no picks and pulls up late now because we just have a little bit of a bug issue going, even though Ruthless Cutie sort of fixed it. She put some gum on a dam, but we're waiting till it gets fixed. Ruthless Cutie is somehow like, she's a mad genius in the sense of, like, she's like, oh, I found this website which will fix every website ever. So I just put our website in it and now it fixed it. And I'm like, is that legal? Like, are we allowed to do that?
You just download our website?
Yeah. Holy shit. But we've got, I mean, the picks and polls last weekend were a lot of fun. People are climbing the leaderboard. What's been a lot of fun is people, buying all the gold and customizing their fan avatars. And when we finally go live and we have live events and we have, live game boards and people are in the stadium, having your own custom fan avatar is going to be a lot of fun. That kind of got addicting. I was like, I get why people do this. I want my guy to look awesome. Once you
can like earn exclusives, real hard to get, bling. I think that'll be fun too. Yeah.
Yes. Exclusives are really where it's at,
Yeah.
Total exclusive.
Yeah.
I like that. I wrote out, the polls section basically, Jeff, is just like either ors, Josh Pretty style.
Yeah.
And I have right now in the polls section 309 either ors and growing.
Holy smokes.
So there's a lot to, I mean, we're gonna have polls for years. I'm just saying, I'm just gonna keep going until the Lord does stop me.
You almost have a year's worth of daily polls already.
That's true. Oh shit. Nicely done. I didn't even think about that. 65. That's how many days are in a year, Jeff.
Yeah. We're not just sports guys. We also do math.
Do we though?
I mean, no,
not
really.
We also want to give what's that?
What shoes did you put on your fan avatar? I'm looking.
I haven't gotten to my shoes yet. I want to get some exclusive Air Max, like Josh Macuga Air Maxes. My wife, my wife keeps buying me shoes that she thinks that look better than the shoes I wear, and I don't agree with her. Is that something you get? Richmond Revolution says, how far are we from live events? Very, very close. More than likely, it really all depends on when all the bugs are fixed. We get the app to the app store and it launches and goes live. There's a couple more sprints left for the app, trying to get all the bugs fixed, all this, and we're building some, as we call it, the ability to do things 365. We had some cool shows or cool calls this week with a couple of different companies to create more games, daily games to play on there, free to play games, places to like earn more gold or earn more, XP in order to, get more fan avatar gear, climb those leaderboards, and do a ton of different events. Eventually, like, this show would be live on the app, and we would just do all of our picks and polls, show name, everything in the app, so that you're earning while you're watching.
Love it. I like this question from Freddie Airmail. He said, is there going to be a way to get my fan avatar on a video board somewhere?
Yeah.
How fun would that be when live events are happening? Top leaders and leaderboards get their fan avatar shown to the crowd. That'd be fun, huh?
Well, there is a world in which it's possible. We'll see. We can't guarantee anything. But if you want your fan avatar possibly on a NASCAR race car, there's a way that could happen. Yeah. Or your face or your name. OVO Ghost here on the Fan Control Show. Great to see OVO Ghost. He is one of Leighton's really good buddies, and he is a big Steeler fan, Jeff. So he's not really loving your outfit, but that's okay. Because I have to interact on the app all the day, I've accidentally climbed the leaderboards to the top. But this is I just put it together in true Pittsburgh Steeler fashion. I'm in the beta. It doesn't even matter. This is preseason. This is Kenny Pickett with a perfect QBR in the preseason. That's what this is right now, Jeff.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter, but it's still fun, right?
Sure it is, Jeff.
Yeah,
it's fun. So the beta's been going really well. We've been doing a tons of picks and polls. Hopefully the bug will be fixed so we can get a ton of stuff up for college and for NFL this Sunday. Jeff, you're now like the biggest Colorado Buffalo fans on the planet, as is the rest of college football. Everybody's jealous. Everybody wants Dion. Okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. And it's both sons.
Yeah,
the linebacker and the quarterback. Okay,
I got to tell you, being around Denver right now, being around Boulder, being in this area, it's electric. Everybody is talking about it. It's the coolest thing. The Buffs, dude. Yeah. It's so much fun.
Okay, here's the quote from the Colorado State head coach. You ready? I sat down with ESPN today and said, I don't care if they hear it in Boulder. I told them I took my hat off and took my glasses off. And I said, when I talk to grownups, I take my hat and glasses off. So Colorado State, who stinks, by the way, they're not very good. Okay. Mm-hmm. They're going to come in to Colorado, to Boulder, and play Colorado, who's on a 2-game winning streak and on top of the college world. And you're going to piss them off? Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
All these guys, all these coaches, these old school dumbasses are going to have to learn the hard way. Shut up. Just shut up. He's going to embarrass all of you.
Thank you. Yeah. It is wild. It is wild to me that they are this good this fast. Awesome.
It's so much fun, man. It's so much fun to watch.
Have your kids gotten any Buffalo gear yet, Jeff?
Yes, my son. Gear? My son was like, Daddy, I got a Colorado Buffaloes pencil at school. I was like, yeah, you did. He's like, I got stickers. Can I put a sticker on my water bottle? I was like, yeah, you can. We're going full bandwagon, baby. Because I never had a college team, right? The college I went to didn't have a football team. I was always a pro football guy. I was never a college football guy.
Jump on the bandwagon, Jeff. Do it.
I feel like I earned it. I moved here. I live here. It's awesome. It's so much fun.
Yeah. I feel like I went to Penn State, so I have my allegiance, and I had the Pitt Panthers, yada, yada, yada. But if I moved to a town that had a great college team and I didn't really have one, like let's just say for whatever reason, I got transferred to Lincoln, Nebraska, and I didn't have a college team, and everybody in the town, all they talk about is Nebraska. I'd probably get some Nebraska stuff. Maybe be a Nebraska fan. I'll tell you what I didn't do, Jeff, when I moved to Los Angeles was become a Kings fan or a friggin' Rams fan, Laker. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Okay, because they don't want my fandom. I'm not competing for their fandom. I got a team. What do you want, Leighton? What is that sly, wry smile that you've got going on?
I have a lot of teams. Sorry. wait.
But wait, Leighton, if you had moved to Colorado, wow.
What?
Yeah.
All right, I'm here. I'm on the show.
It's the kid from Little Giants. It's the kid from Little Giants.
Little Giants. Is that Rudy?
Hey, is that Rudy? 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. Is that a speck of athletic ability?
I'm going to class.
Look at him. Look at Leighton.
He's ready for full contact. You didn't know we were going full contact today.
Really didn't. Really didn't. I'm happy for you, Jeff. I would go to a Colorado game immediately, or at least go to a tailgate.
Did I tell you last weekend my friend had tickets, but they were $400 a piece. And I just couldn't swing. I couldn't justify it,
They're just going to get more expensive too.
I know. Dude, that would have been the game to go to too. The home opener, they crushed. Like, it would have been. I'm sure it was bonkers in there. It would have been so much fun. But
shout out to PPLLC.
Thank you.
I love this platform. Keep up the excellent work, fellas. Thank you. Why I wanted to bring that up is that needs to be the Dolphins logo on the helmet again. That the Dolphin with the helmet.
I love it. I think here's my bold. If I was commissioner,
take it. Go.
Any team that has an animal mascot has to have that animal wearing a helmet as their logo.
Yeah, agreed.
That's the animal wearing a helmet. Come on.
Yes. Agreed. Jeff, when you're right, you're right. Hey, the Penguins, the Pittsburgh Penguins, it's a penguin ice skating.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Come on.
You don't want to see a panther with a helmet?
Panther with a helmet? Come on. Falcon with a helmet? Come on,
Falcon
lady.
with a helmet? They already wear helmets.
Oh, I would love that.
Actual Falcons already wear helmets. It just makes sense. You take them off, they fly around, you put it back on, they get fish and steak from you. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Speaking of guys that love to wear helmets when playing sports and or podcasting about fandom, it's the co-hosts of Fan Controlled Fandom. They're here for the last half hour of our show today, Jeff.
Holy smokes.
With a big announcement. We'll talk a little Ahsoka because they've been talking about it on the Shoka, and I am a little confused about it, and I need to know more.
Is she back?
She was basically on the Rainbow Road for most of the episode of the last one.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny G. Stevenson, the absolute legend, and his co-host Alex Enriquez. Gentlemen,
incredible.
Welcome to the program. You guys are both muted somehow. I think
I'm muted. How's
Test. How am I coming through?
Yeah, you're great. You're
fine
fantastic.
Now. Yeah,
broadcasting from your favorite city, Los Angeles.
Yeah, no, hey, I never said anything about the city. I said things about the sports teams.
I'll say shit about the city. I don't care. I don't live there no more.
The perfect weather all the time, the most beautiful people in the world.
When it's on fire and or shaking under your feet and or flooded and or
it's hard to hear from you underneath all the snow, but it's fine. It's fine.
You know what? Fire, earthquakes, got to pay the cost to be the boss.
That's right. That is a good line. That is a really good line.
Yes, that's what
happens. It's been far too long that we haven't had you on this program. Alex, this is the first time we're meeting. We obviously love Fan Controlled Fandom. We've been trying to get you guys to go live on this channel for a while and tell the people what they want to hear.
Well, first of all, I love how I did not get the note to put an @ with my name. I just have my name here. Second of all,
you should really get on that social media.
What is this? The social media? Someone's putting it there for me. So September 29th, right? 2 weeks from tomorrow at noon, we will start doing our show live on Controlled Sports and Entertainment.
Friday.
It's finally happening. It's finally happening. I've just completed a $3.5 million renovation to my apartment, recording studio facilities. It's really just gonna blow your trousers off. Like no two ways about it.
It's so much better that you guys are no longer speculating about events happening way in the future, and now can actually talk about things that have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very true.
It's a proud day for all of us. We're very. Apparently, my name got changed to Harold Henderson. I'm very here for. Apparently, at Harold Henderson is going to get a big spike on all social media moving forward.
Look at all those hats. There's a lot of
fan controlled bump. Harold Henderson's going to get the fan controlled bump.
Yeah. So many under there.
All right. What do you want to know about Ahsoka?
What do you want to know? I just put you solo.
Let's go. Why not? What do you want to know? The Rainbow Bridge? What do you want? We know it all.
He said Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road. Sorry.
Rainbow Road. It was clearly a Mario Kart level where they were. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Jeff, are you all caught up on Ashoka?
No, I have not watched a single episode.
Oh, wow. Leighton, have you watched any Ashoka?
I have not.
This is gonna be an awesome conversation, y'all.
Wow.
How about Star Wars generally? Everybody kind of just aware generally of the franchise. Okay. Because I could go pretty far back.
I know about Star Wars, Jean-Luc Picard, and all the guys.
Yeah, you shall not pass. All that stuff. You're on top. Okay, good. We're at a good base and foundation.
All right, let's pivot from Ashoka. Okay,
Please.
What we want to really talk about. All right, I'm gonna. Don't you guys say anything.
Okay.
Alex, don't say anything. Okay. Leighton and Jeff, if you were gonna give Benedict Cumberbatch a nickname, what would what would that nickname be? Leighton, we'll start with you.
Can I say it on this show?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I feel like you just take the last, like, I just call him Dick Cum at this point. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Come. Okay. All right. Jeff, that's pretty good. I'll give that to you. Okay.
Big cum?
Jeff, that's pretty good.
I was gonna go with the Cumberbum, but
The Cumberbum, not bad. Not bad. I will say the actual cummerbund, there's a reason why not many people wear it with their tuxedos anymore, because it looks like you just hiked up your pants to your nipples. My poor dad was wearing it at a wedding. I was like, Dad, we got to take the cummerbund off. This looks ridiculous.
What is the purpose of the Cumberbund?
Serves
exactly?
almost no purpose. Yeah.
It serves no purpose. Not at all.
It serves as a break between the surface plane of the jacket and shirt and the pants, so you don't just have the belt or your suspender, whatever. It's a nice. I'm a cummerbund guy. Sorry to say, but I am a cummerbund guy.
Constantly, you'll see when we start streaming live on Twitch on September 29th. It'll be from the waist up.
Yeah. Every broadcast, for people that don't listen to the show, I'm always starting the broadcast with Kenny cummerbund check, and then I raise my shirt in the camera, and he's so far has not done it back.
No.
So yeah,
Cumberbuns
get him.
are cumber fun. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Jeff, that's like giving a tourism board their free slogan. Welcome to Cincinnati. Cumberbund is cumber fun. Like, holy shit, that's genius. Okay,
We did it.
We did it. Now, the
did
reason
it.
I asked Leighton and Jeff what their Benedict Cumberbatch names would is because, Kenny, you came up with what is possibly the greatest nickname for Benedict Cumberbatch. Can you tell the people what that is?
That would be Benny Cumbies. That's so when talking about Benny Cumbies, aka Doctor Strange, as we do on the pod, he's now deemed Benny Cumbies.
I am a big
like
Benny
it.
Cumbies fan.
It never fails to make me just a little bit upset when he says it.
Oh, man.
His name is already kind of a lot. So
Kind of, it's like 90 syllables. What do you mean kind of a lot? Like every letter but Z is in his name.
Yeah, if you're like Mr. and Mrs. Cumberbatch, and you have a child, and you're like, what are we gonna name little baby Cumberbatch?
it has to
I
be
feel like you
monosyllabic.
go with like a Jim. You go
Jim
with like a
Skeech.
Ed.
Skeech Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Imagine
You're not
imagine
going
walking into
Maximilian Cumberbatch. You know what I'm saying?
he walks into auditions in LA, like his first time getting there auditions. He's like, "Oh, hello. The name is Benedict Cumberbatch. We're not going to cast you. I don't know what the fuck that means." That is the
Hello,
most
I'm
insane name.
Gargantua Cumberbatch the Third.
Gargantua.
Gargantua is really good.
Have you guys ever filled out a form and there's like only so many boxes to put letters in? Like that guy's just cursed his whole life with boxes.
Remember the SAT when you had to write your letter and then fill in the bubble? Write in your letter, fill in the bubble. Poor Benedict Cumberbatch must have taken.
Yeah,
it
if
easy.
anything else from today's show, we should all feel sorry for Benedict Cumberbatch.
The life he's led.
He definitely doesn't have like a
Torment.
mountain of money to lay on at night when he goes to sleep.
Yeah. He's got to be
his
the
sleep
most
number
tormented,
is just
rich sex
money.
symbol of all time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For the longest time, everybody's like, "Is he good looking?" Right? Like that was the joke. Was like, "Is he good looking?"
Yeah.
No. If you want to lose complete respect for the man, if you haven't treated yourself to the behind the scenes from The Hobbit, where he's doing motion capture as a dragon,
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
in a leotard, it's like an actor's dream, I think, to have this kind of freedom, but not have it filmed. And there it is in like the special features. He's slinking around some empty soundstage, and Andy Serkis keeps like rubbing the bridge of his nose and going like, No, it was great. No, I think takes 10 through 12 were way better than takes 1 through 6.
I feel like Benedict Cumberbatch is the male version of Sarah Jessica Parker, right? Sarah Jessica Parker is like, she's so ugly that she looped back around to being hot.
Yeah. Same
know what I
amount
mean?
of syllables in their name too.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I saw her in New York City once. I used to live in the New York City, and she was doing a show on Broadway, and it was like middle of the day, and I was walking down the street, and she must have been late for call or something, because was just like tearing down the street, like like get out of my way, and like carrying like an umbrella, still totally fashionable, still totally looking like Sarah Jessica Parker, but just seeing her flustered was jarring. Very, very hard to see.
And then you gave her the forearm shiver. That was even more jarring.
Yeah, that was
Just used to live in New York, as it says under my name. Yeah, there we go. It's my claim to fame. I'm the only one.
With a solid question in chat. So I'm terrible at following podcasts, even when friends or acquaintances are involved. What can I expect to hear from FC Fandom when I tune in? Fan controlled fandom. Let's start with Benny Cumbies himself.
Well, we like to say on the show that we talk about everything that's within the cape space. So if there is a person wearing a cape in your content, we're probably talking about it. So, you know, people who fight dragons wear capes, people who fly through the air to fight Thanos wear capes, people on spaceships, although we say very often it doesn't make sense to have a cape when you are driving a spaceship, but
yeah,
a lot of this content tries to seem that it's possible, but it'd be very uncomfortable after a while, we think.
For sure. Yeah. Larry David as Frank Costanza's lawyer in Seinfeld wore a cape. So
that's right.
Probably talk about him. That was a really good episode, you know?
Yeah. So that's what we talk about.
Phantom of the Opera, big Phantom of the Opera talk, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the Phantom, you guys ever seen the movie with the Phantom with Billy Zane? Because that's a personal favorite of mine, and a lot of people hate it. It's
terrible.
It's Jeff. Would you shut the fuck up already?
Yeah,
it is subjectively genius.
It is.
Okay?
It was a superhero movie when superhero movies were always bad. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was the shining light. It went 1989 Batman, The Phantom. That's it.
That's it.
Wow, that's a take. That is a take and a half.
I'm sure, Alex, you know something. Like Alex is has just a ton of information about everything. I'm sure you know some Phantom knowledge, or am I just putting you on the spot? Unfortunately,
I mean, I was a bigger fan of the Phantom 2049 syndicated cartoon series that was done by the same people that did Aeon Flux for Liquid Television. I thought that was a way better use of the IP at the time. But you're right, like in that environment where, like, you know, running neck and neck with Alec Baldwin's The Shadow. It's but you know what? It has its appreciators, and you know what? If you like it, I love it.
Or Val Kilmer's The Saint.
Yeah. Or Sean Connery's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, or was he the Avengers? What was the?
No, he's the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. We've actually talked about that on the pod. Actually,
there you go. See, I'm telling you, there's a scene in the Phantom where he slides down elevator cables just with guns, like holding guns and just like. And I'm like, I gotta try that. I think that that seems real safe, just like guns.
Definitely got to try that.
Yeah. That's a must try, Alex. That's a must try. I have some Discord questions from the fans. They may or may not be fandom based, but I want to get to them. And then I've got some would you rathers in the NFL space. Now, Alex, Kenny, I know you're an NFL fan. Alex, are you an NFL guy?
Yeah, I mean, in like literally speaking, I enjoy watching football, like whatever is on. I don't have a team, nor do I know too much about it, but I'm gonna do my best.
I can't believe you say that. Is your wife watching this? Don't you have to say the Eagles?
Oh no,
no, she's not watching. That's why I didn't have to say the Eagles. But yeah, we're an Eagles household. I married into an Eagles family. We had a very eventful Super Bowl a couple years ago. Go Birds! Yeah. But yeah, I just like watching the fellas play.
Wouldn't it be great if the Eagles logo was an eagle with a little helmet on?
Yes.
And by the way, I think I don't think any team mascots should be just a dude, a Raider, a Buccaneer, a Patriot, you know, whatever, the brownie, the little, you know, pick an animal and let's play.
You got to pick an animal. Yeah,
and he's got to wear a fucking helmet.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yes,
I agree. As a
How would you
49er fan, I even agree. You know,
Leighton, how much like funnier would it be if the LSU Tiger had like its custom little helmet that he wore? Like,
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Look at Terry,
It'd be amazing.
the Bengal Tiger. With his
by the
little
way,
helmet.
the Browns have completely broken my son's brain because he looks at them and he's like, "Dad, they're orange."
I mean, it's a valid question. It's a very valid question.
Really,
they have
really
solid orange helmet.
He's like, how did they get away with this?
Syracuse of the NFL.
Everybody involved in the decision making has taken quite a few shots to the head. I mean, that's just
it's either that or the entire city of Cleveland has been looking at Lake Erie and thinking that it's clear when really it's not, and has turned their color. It's colorblind, so they're like, it's not orange, it's brown. You're like, are we? Are we taking crazy pills here?
Yeah,
there's a sign at the city limits.
Browns?
There's a sign at the city limits with the Pantone color and an arrow that says this is brown.
Yeah. The entire football team gaslighting all of us.
They kind of are, because they often wear white on white, and then it's really only the numbers and the names that are brown.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
How
Be
dare
true
you.
to form. Be true to form.
Okay, so here's what happened. We pose a question to our Discord every week, and this week was so a few nights ago. Word hit the. I live on like a hill. We're pretty far out in the country, and word hit the hill that there's 2 mountain lions on the loose. Okay, some neighbors have seen mountain lions. Which, listen, if they kill the feral, it's a whole circle of life up here. If they kill the feral pigs, we're excited about it. If they start eating horses, and like we have a pony and some horses, if they start eating them, we got an issue. Okay, so. Now the neighbors, like we've heard gunshots the last couple of nights, and they're like, got to be the mountain lion. Like if they see the mountain lion, you're supposed to like shoot it on sight, right? Or if it's like, if the mountain lion comes towards you, you're supposed to shoot it. If it's like runs away, you're like, all right, well, he's scared of the humans. So, because if they get comfortable with the humans, look out. Guys, this is a plot of a movie. I swear to God. Okay.
What if the mountain lion has a gun?
That is, or a little helmet.
You don't
And
go
if
to
it
a
had
mountain
2 guns
lion
to go to
fight.
an elevator. Sorry.
Leighton is getting an education on the Phantom and helmets, baby. So we posed the question. There's a mountain lion loose near Josh's house. Can he beat it in a fight? Why or why not? Okay. So I'll pose that question to you guys, but first let's get the fans' reactions. First, when it comes to mountain lions, if you hear one, you got to get back to your house or at least to your car. That's some D factor. Smart. I could run it over with my car, possibly. Freddie Airmail says he can beat it, but that's the only way he gets the authority to name it. Oh, so if I beat the mountain lion in a duel, he now becomes my butler, and I can put a helmet.
The law of the jungle.
Yes. Everybody knows that. And then finally, Itch J Space, he says, bring a stick and poke it just in case sticks always get the job done. And that is a really good life lesson. Use a stick. It can't hurt, right? It's gotta be something good. Leighton, let's start with you. Do you think I have a chance against this mountain lion?
I'm taking the lion.
Yeah. I'm picking the lion to cover.
Pull your back.
Lion to cover the spread.
And the over.
And I'm taking the over. Yeah, in wounds.
In open bleeding wounds. Okay. Kenny, what do you got?
I think the lion overtakes you and makes it its butler. you have to serve it, because I don't see you even getting like a lick in. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so not even.
I think
like
if you're attempting to lick it, you're going about it all wrong.
True,
That's
true.
Yeah.
Not probably the best words there. My word choice by me, but hey, you know.
OVO Ghost, I'm taking the lion minus 5,000. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Alex, what do you think? Listen, you've never seen my quickness, my lateral movements. I have a strong right hand, a weak left hand, a bad left knee, a good right knee.
So, well, I was gonna pick you. So, way to sell yourself. But I'm still. I'm gonna pick you. I'm putting my money on you because I can tell by the look in your eye you want it more.
Ooh, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Josh, did you see what Freddie Airmail wrote?
What did he say?
You have to fight it, capture it, and name it Josh Mapuma.
Damn it!
Ooh,
That is
wow.
so good.
Wow.
That is so good.
You get a finger lag,
I
Freddie,
think
you get a
that's
finger-
your show name idea. Josh Mapuma.
Josh Mapuma. It's pretty
Joshua
good.
Puma.
That's
Yep.
pretty damn good. Well, I will say so. Like usually the baby Amanda, our little daughter will not go down unless Amanda puts her to sleep, right? So goes in her room, and usually I sneak out and I try and I have like a golf mat and a net, and I hit golf balls into it, right? It's my therapy, and so I'll go out. But the last couple of nights have been like, I don't think I want to go outside. This mountain lion might jump out of the night. If only I had the Phantom's guns and his horse and his wolf dog.
Yep.
I could win.
Yeah. We
Absolutely.
all need a little bit of the Phantom in our life.
We really do. Billy Zane. Okay, so we all know Billy Zane, obviously from Titanic, but Billy Zane, my introduction was the Phantom. Okay. I think we were watching the Phantom, and my mom might have said, "That's the most handsome man I've ever seen." It could have been like a family thing. My dad loved the Phantom. We went to see it in the theater a couple of times. Okay. That's how much we liked that movie. Right now.
Okay.
I met Billy Zane at like a press junket for something. It was like a Comic-Con, you know, when like you do those press lines at Comic-Con and you got to interview people. And it's like, hey, they're here for Sharknado 5. I don't know. He was there for some movie that I never saw or whatever. And he comes up to me, and I got to be honest, I was a little starstruck. Like I was, and I was like,
Why wouldn't you be? Yeah, why wouldn't you be? Yeah.
Obviously, it's Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
So I said, Billy, you're not going to, yeah, but one of my favorite movies all time is The Phantom. And I think it's like my favorite superhero movie. And he was like, no, it's not. And I was like, yeah, no, it is. And he's like, are you just fucking like, I know that like we're Comic-Con, you're supposed to like say silly stuff to like get a sound bite, but he was like legit mad at me. And I was like, Billy, listen, I love that movie. Like I had to convince him that I loved the movie. It was like a 3.5 minute banter back and forth of him thinking I'm an asshole and me
Elevator. Come on.
What's
you
not
had
to
the
love?
skull ring, the skull Treat Williams, the sharks with the freaking laser beams on it. Like it was a thing.
You know, he just said that because no one had ever said
Yeah.
that to him before, ever.
Plenty of people had said that ironically to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Billy, great movie.
By the way, the show name poll is up, ladies and gentlemen. You can decide what our show is called next week. Your options are Drunk with Power, Josh Lights a Car on Fire, Pit Pains, Opera Lovers, or Josh Mapuma. I think we all know which one should win. Josh Mapuma currently ahead, but the votes are still open. You can get your votes in now. Decide what we should be called next week.
You know what's kind of funny is Josh like Macuga, like that's two names of like jungle panthers that I could be.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Josh
Truly.
Macuga.
Okay.
Love it. Love that for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Alex, Kenny, we love you both. We're so pumped for September 29th, Friday, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, any other time zone.
9 a.m. Hawaii time, baby.
No, there you go. 9 a.m. Hawaii.
Wake up with us on the Nepali coast.
Haven't those people suffered enough?
Well said. Well said. Well
Damn,
said.
Jeff. Okay, so here are your NFL would you rathers. We'll
Let's
just
do
go
it.
around the horn. Each one we do. Okay. You go to a game. Would you rather be next to a fan who throws something on the field and gets in trouble or yells obscenities the entire game? Leighton, let's start with you.
The fan that throws.
You want the fan that throws? Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff?
Yeah, I'm also going to go with field thrower because the getting in trouble part's going to be kind of entertaining, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
It's an annoying, stupid thing to do, but the obscenities is just come on.
Okay. Alex? Your wife's from Philly. Like your whole house is an obscenity.
Yeah. Look, we come from a long line of field throwers, and I'm throwing in with that. I'd rather be in the grand scheme. I'd rather be mistaken for a field thrower than an obscenity yeller, depending on what the obscenity yeller is getting into.
Okay, got it. Makes sense. Kenneth?
Yeah, I'm also doing field thrower because, you know, if field thrower is throwing it in the first quarter, then they're out of the picture and I don't got to worry about it. Whereas obscenity person is continuing throughout the game. So, and also that person could be me. So who knows?
Okay. Next question. Cold weather, but it's like just below 0, or like a really, really hot game? What would you rather attend? We'll start with Kenny.
Okay, I've done both.
Yeah.
And I would say probably still the cold game, because when it's hot, it's usually hot because it's not just hot outside, but the stadium is in the direct sun. So you're just kind of cooking. Whereas when it's cold, at least you can layer. You can put some jackets on and a blanket, and you can make it. You see, it feels like your body is actually melting when you're watching a game in the heat. So I'm going to say the cold.
You've got that sensitive Stevenson skin too.
It's super. You have no idea. Like Irish, Scottish, German, like the whitest possible, transparent, opaque skin. I get sunburned through the glass right now. Yes. I'm already red. My face is red.
It's already burning. Alex, what do you got?
I'm going cold game as well, because again, you can layer up, but you know, when I get down, I'm in Miami at Dolphin Stadium, and I'm down to my European cut swimsuit and my cummerbund. People get distressed, but you can't get. What I'm saying is, you can't get kicked out of a stadium for wearing too many jackets. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
That's true. You know what is super sexy though is a sick cummerbund tan line.
Yeah. If you get it right, you get just the bottom half of your belly button is untanned, and the top half is like a sunrise.
Like a sunrise. That is really good. Really good. Jeffrey, just cold enough or too hot?
Man, I want to zag when everybody else is zigging, but I can't. I do not like roasting in the sun. I like a warm, nice day out in the ballpark, sure, but when you're too hot, when it's roasting, it's uncomfortable. I feel like I'm getting a sunburn, like the guys have been saying. And the thing about a cold game is there's things to put inside your body that will warm you up too. Beverages,
Touche.
Foods, you know? There's nothing to put inside my body that's going to cool me down.
See, I would zag there a little bit because one time at a playoff game, I drank an entire bottle of Famous Grouse Scotch, and it didn't warm me up; it blacked me out, and that wasn't the best.
Grouse is also the noise you make when it's coming out.
Yeah, that's true. It's the Pennsylvania state bird, Alex. Ask your wife that question. There you go. The grouse. The grouse.
All right.
It's not the eagle. It's definitely not a steeler.
Well, we'll
or
see
a
about
steagle for that. Leighton, too hot, too cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too cold, and there's better fan gear in the cold, so I'm gonna go too cold.
Damn. See, you guys have never lived in that like hot. There's nothing like a too hot game. You drink about 65 ice cold beers. You get like a towel. You wet that with a water bottle. You sweat through your shirt. You take that off. Maybe a chick notices you. She's like, "You got a lot of face. You got a lot of chest hair." Oh yeah, that's great. So I'm like, "Do you want to feel it?" She's like, "Get away from me, you creep." And I'm like, "Oh man, nothing like a hot game."
Nothing what you just said sounds appealing at all.
That was a lived experience, wasn't it?
That happened in college. Jeff, we got an update on the poll. How we doing?
Looks like Josh Mapuma is crushing it with 80% of the vote right now.
Yes, let's go.
As it should be. As all is right with the world.
Okay. All right. Who would be a harder team to root for? The Browns, who we've mentioned before, or the Lions? Jeff, we're going to start with you.
Oh, I'm kind of coming around on the Lions. Lions are kind of fun. Okay. You know, like that beating the Chiefs this week, the Hard Knocks last year, they got a fun coach who looks like a coach, acts like a coach. I'm into it. I want, here's the thing. I want there to be football on Thanksgiving that I give a damn about. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. Good call. And especially if your turkey has a little helmet on it.
These Saskatchewan turkeys you're talking about.
Saskatchewan turkeys.
Yep.
Leighton, Lions, Browns.
And this is who's harder to cheer for?
Yeah, like who would be a harder team to be a fan of, do you think? Like perennially that are just letting you down.
Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kenny?
I mean, this is a question that I could almost truly care less about. So, but I will say, in terms either one of these teams wouldn't really bother me to be a fan or not be a fan of, but I will just go based off the fact that orange is my favorite color. And I do like that the Browns have a solid orange helmet, which I do like. So I would say just based solely on that, it would be harder for me to root for the Lions. But in general, both of these teams are on my don't truly care what they're doing at any point list of teams. So
what if the Lion had a little helmet on?
Now we're talking.
Now
it would be a real hard choice for me, but it doesn't. So I have to take it as is, and that's where I am. Yep.
Alex?
Harder to root for the Browns because Detroit has an animal team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep.
Smart.
True.
What if all the teams were just colors?
They'd run out after a while. It's got to get 30 plus colors on.
Yeah.
You got chartreuse.
Yeah.
You got
Bob.
olive drab green.
You get real deep on the colors.
Boom.
That, you know what? That is like a really funny idea for a league. It's like every team is just the color. Like Michigan mauve. Oh,
Yeah.
nothing.
Have
I
you guys
love the
been-
mauve.
right?
Have you guys
Go, Bob,
been
go.
to freaking Home Depot? They got colors, man.
Yeah,
There's swatches. I've seen it. You could have the the Pittsburgh eggshells.
Oh, yes.
I'm
The Los
currently-
Angeles
I'm-
crew.
Yeah, I'm currently lost in a Home Depot right now. I went there 4 days ago to get a little screw for a lamp that came out in my house, and I've not been able to find it. And I asked if I could use their microphone, and that's where I am.
You know what my favorite thing about the Home Depot is when you go, it looks like they work there, and they're just like a rep for something else. Like, I don't work here. I'm like, where are the people that work here?
They're never around. They're never around.
And then
And
when
I'm
they are
holding
running somewhere with somebody, or yes,
Hold
the
the
flag
thing.
with the thing.
Tell me where to find this.
Yeah.
We don't have one of those. What do you mean?
Man. So did Josh Mapuma win, Jeff? That was the end
Yes,
of my
indeed.
question.
Josh Mapuna comes home with the trophy. That's what the show will be called next week because we are fan controlled here, and you control it as the fans.
Mapuma Makata.
Dude, I have been wanting you to get on board with
Macuga Matata.
Macuga Cannata.
Oh,
Wow.
there.
what a wonderful
Wow.
phrase.
It's
Yes.
right there.
That's what we should do, a podcast that's just the two of us, and it's called Macuga Cannata, and it's just about how we have no worries.
People just continually cancel on us. We're like, no worries. It's Macuga Cannata. What a wonderful phrase. Oh man, that is good. Well, Kenny, Alex, we love you guys. You're welcome back anytime, obviously.
Amazing.
And we're
Thank
so
you.
pumped to have you on for.
Congratulations on going live.
yeah.
On going live.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
about it.
we'll still be podcasting for the next 2 weeks. We will be talking about the Rainbow Bridge,
Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road
Come on.
on Ahsoka on this week's podcast. We will definitely be talking about that.
I just
There you
want
go.
to see more of like what the Clone Wars were. Like, show
And
me
watch
the
this-
battles.
Watch the
Thank
next
you.
episode.
Yeah.
Is within the first 5 minutes of the next episode. You will see
I
literally
saw
the Clone
that.
Wars.
I watched this one. I don't know who they're fighting really, and I want to know like the battle, the planet, the strategy. Like that looked like a mix between World War II, Band of Brothers, and like a Vietnam Oliver Stone documentary. It was
pretty
sick.
awesome. It was
Well,
pretty
yes,
awesome.
They were on Ryloth. They were
Yes.
fighting the clone army of the Confederation of
I knew
Independent
this.
Systems,
God,
and then later fighting Mandalorians in as part of Maul's Death Watch. We'll go over all this on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
Thank
basically
you.
season 1 of Clone Wars, the cartoon, and season 7 of Clone Wars, the cartoon. I know you're falling asleep, but we'll talk about it on the podcast.
less
can't believe that
animated
Macuga is
shows,
just the best.
more live action shows. No worries.
Thank you,
Jeff
yeah.
Macuga cannot.
No worries.
No worries.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us, fellas. It was
Thank you.
really fun having
Thanks
you.
for having
you.
us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Congratulations
guys.
and good luck. And thank you, all of you, for being with us as well, hanging out with us. We miss you, Patrick. He'll
Yeah.
probably be here next
I totally
week.
forgot. Patrick wanted me to, say hi to everybody, and that he's really excited about. We got some announcements coming in the next couple of weeks. I know Peanut's going crazy. When do we learn about partner sports? When do we learn? There's going to
Yeah.
be some announcements coming soon. We are focused, very, very focused on getting this app up and running before we make any crazy announcements. Because when we make the announcements, we want people to download the app and then start going nuts on all of the things.
Crazy
right?
go nuts. Yep.
Patrick wasn't here today. Jeff, I know you know why he wasn't here. And maybe Leighton does as well. Patrick actually was invited to a shoe symposium, right? You know, the Good Feet store. It's like his foot was actually the model for large galloping like feet. And the compression that is put on a shoe by his foot is considered to be some of the, you know, most uniform and duplicatable in the shoe world. So his foot was molded today by the powers that be, huge conglomerate shoe corporations. And those shoes, the Dees specials, will be available very soon. If you want to have your Dees inserts for your shoes, those will also be available at the Good store, the Good Feet store.
It's an all-day event to have his foot plaster casted, and molded exactly, you know. But it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
Agreed. I think, you know, you pay the price for quality feet, and that's you know what it is. Leighton, anything for the people?
Follow me, Fan Control Lay on Twitter. That's all.
There he is. There he is.
Boom.
All right, folks. We'll see you next time. Until then, power to the fans.
Wait, Jeff, keep saying power to the fans. Just keep saying it.
Go Niners!
Oh, no. Don't you do it. Hold on. I got to hit the end card. Golly.
That is good.
Did you enjoy that video from Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment? Of course you did. What was it? I have no idea. This is a stock end card on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, watch all of our other videos, comment, like, subscribe, but make sure you don't smash the like button. Use a reasonable amount of pressure. And as always, power to the fans.